abandoned cabin. Once upon a time, in a small town surrounded by dense forest, there was an old cabin that was rumored to be haunted. No one had lived in the cabin for years and locals avoided it at all costs. But one day, a group of friends decided to explore the cabin, despite the warnings they had heard. As they approached the cabin, they noticed that the windows were boarded up and the door hung off its hinges. They cautiously entered and were immediately hit with a strong musty odor. The furniture was covered in dust and cobwebs, and the walls were stained with what appeared to be blood. As they explored further, they discovered an old journal on a table in the living room. It was filled with entries detailing the tragic story of the previous occupants of the cabin. A family had lived there, but one by one they had disappeared until there was only one survivor, who eventually died in the cabin. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out, leaving the friends in complete darkness. They heard strange noises coming from the shadows and felt a cold breath on their necks. They stumbled around in the dark, trying to find their way out, but the door seemed to have disappeared. Just as they were about to give up hope, a figure appeared in front of them, blocking their path. It was a ghostly figure, with eyes that glowed in the dark and a terrifying presence that filled the room. The friends screamed and ran for their lives, finally finding the door and escaping the cabin. As they made their way back to town, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being followed. They told their story to the locals, who warned them never to return to the abandoned cabin. To this day, the cabin remains abandoned and the strange events that took place there remain a mystery.